Helen, welcome to Wealth Talk.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. So thanks for taking a few minutes to share your progress since you've joined the 7 Steps to Wealth program. And take us back 4 months, Helen, to that point when you joined, and what were some of the things that you were looking forward to about the program?
I think there are two things, first and foremost. So firstly, I love the fact that Wealth Builders has such a holistic approach. So, I've been educating myself about various ways of creating income from building assets over the years, notably how, sort of property investment. I'd found out about it. I still hadn't actually done anything about it. But I love the fact that Wealth Builders has the 7 pillars, and you can learn so much. And even though actually, I know a bit about, say, investment, I've still learned so much more that I didn't know before. I knew quite a lot about property investment. I've still learned loads more. So I really like that. And then secondly, I felt quite alone in my journey to building wealth prior to joining Wealth Builders. And so the community aspect was really important to me. And I've appreciated the Wealth Builders community so much. Crikey, if you don't know someone who you need, if you put a shout out on the Wealth Builders community Facebook group, you can guarantee that someone will be able to help you or point you in a direction to get further help and information. So yeah, it's been brilliant. I'm really, really happy.
Good. Yes, we've got a great bunch of members, and of course, we do request, you sign up to the Declaration of Independence. We've got values that we hold highly, and I think that shows because it's a very helpful community of sharing and all learning and going through the process together. And I guess it's about the education, it's about the support, it's about the connections, which you've just mentioned there, Helen. So since you've joined, we talked about the 7 pillars. We've got a foundation as well, and we've got a roof. So tell us about some of those, because you've been through the modules and you now understand about that. So what actions have you taken?
Oh, crikey. So being part of Wealth Builders has really focused my mind. I've taken so much action in the last few months. So with regard to the foundation, I managed to save over £300 a year solely by examining my broadband bill. I'm pretty good at this sort of stuff, I should say. So in terms of the debits, which is part of the foundation of Wealth Builders, I'm pretty good at examining all of our regular bills. So I didn't think that there was much that I could do there, but I was wrong. 300 quid a year, that's great. So what I've done is I've set up a direct debit, and that now goes straight into my investment account to go into my stocks and shares ISA. So that's brilliant. That's building up an asset really painlessly. And then with regard to the roof, it's funny this, because my property is already, my other half and I are tenants in common, so I knew about that, but I didn't know about putting part of the property into trust in terms of sort of wills and probate. And I told my parents about this. So this is where you safeguard capital that's invested in your property from being used up for, say, care home bills should one of the tenants in common pass away and the other go into a care home. Well, gosh, that's such a topical thing with an aging population here. Mentioned it to my parents, and they have gone right ahead and taken action, spoke to their solicitor, got the trust sorted out. So that will help, that will safeguard their wealth for them. And maybe for me too, you know, ultimately, hopefully in a very, very long time. But so yeah, so we've done work on that, and then business is my primary pillar. So I took action straight away on that and entered into a joint venture, which is another pillar, and created a business that met a need in the market that I could see. And so I had that idea. I've been thinking about it for a few months actually, before I joined WealthBuilders, but joining WealthBuilders spurred me on to actually take action, mention it to the person I was thinking of working with. And she said yes immediately. 8 weeks later, we launched the business.
That's incredible. And you've already got some new business. You've got some clients already.
Yeah, within 2 weeks, we'd already signed up 2 clients. And, you know, these are high ticket services. So that's brilliant. I'm really, really happy.
That's fantastic. So I think it just shows, doesn't it, when you've got some accountability and you know that, you know, there's people which are supporting you, and you know you've got coaching calls coming up and you need to kind of update on your progress, it gives you that push, doesn't it, to get these things done.
It certainly does. You know, when I've committed to taking certain actions in those calls with my wealth coach, yeah, it's not a very comfortable feeling if you have to fill in the pre-call form and say that no, you haven't actually done what you were supposed to do. So yeah, it definitely really helps you to actually take action. And I know that's something that Kevin says a lot, is never let 30 days go by without taking some action to build your wealth. And I've really kept that one, you know, close to my heart. I think it's you know, absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, that's printed on our wealth charts as well. So I'm sure you have the chart on the wall and you can see it right behind
that one there.
So exactly, that message is never far away. And I guess it's only been 4 months, Helen. You've already done so much. In 12 months' time, you know, your first year of being a member of the program, I mean, how do you feel about the prospect of, you know, just what you can look back on?
Well, it's already so exciting to see how my net worth has increased already just in a few months. I've been keeping spreadsheets, and I can see the progress I'm making. It's possibilities. There are so many possibilities. But WealthBuilders helps you to focus on the right ones for you, for meeting your goals. And with the great connections that we can find within the community, I know I can make things happen. So actually, I've realised from WealthBuilders that I think confidence was a big problem for me. I thought there were certain things that I couldn't do. And looking at the members around me, I now know I can do it. The fears that I had, say for example about property investment, which have stopped me from investing, I now know, well, I can speak to this person has offered to help me to maybe look through potential deals and tell me how they look from their perspective, and they're much more experienced than me. So I just feel safe, like, you know, there's support behind me to help me achieve my wealth goals.
No, it's great to hear, and well done on everything so far, Helen. Plenty more to come, I'm sure. So thank you for sharing with us today.
My absolute pleasure. Yeah, really enjoying my wealth building journey, and I can't recommend it highly enough.